Welcome. My name is Vishal Thakkar. I'm a marketing director at CPA.com, and I'm here with Ryan King of King and King CPAs, a regional firm in Michigan, to talk about their decision to move to .cpa domains as their primary website domain. Welcome, Ryan. Thanks for joining us today.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
So, as we jump in, Ryan, could you tell us a little bit about yourself, the firm that you represent, and just a little bit more details around location and the size and the practice areas that you guys focus on?
Yeah, certainly, Vishal. Like Vishal said, my name is Ryan King. I'm a CPA, and I'm a partner here at King and King CPAs. We service mainly the Southeast Michigan area. We have two office locations, one in Marlette and one in Imlay City. We have a staff of approximately 20 to 25 individuals, depending on the season that we're in. We service primarily small to medium-sized businesses. We have a focus in agriculture, professional services, manufacturing. But in general, we're general practitioners. We know a little bit about a lot of stuff, and so we service the local area through that.
Great. Thank you. Ryan, we are seeing since our launch in late last year in 2020, we are seeing thousands of firms adopt .cpa domains, and for various reasons. And then the three key reasons that we talk about on our website around our launch and our presentations is firms are finding value from a branding perspective, from a security perspective, from a credibility and trust perspective, moving over to .cpa domains. .cpa domains, as you know, is a top level domain that has been an initiative that has been launched by the AICPA and CPA.com back in 2020. Ryan, can you tell us a little bit about how your firm made that decision to apply for this, and take us through some of that reasoning? What was the value prop that you saw most attractive when you made the decision to move?
Yeah, for us, it was very easy, actually. We've been looking for about 5 years plus for some simplification, for efficiency, for our branding, for our name. The old one that we had was a little bit long and cumbersome. The options available at .com were limited. And so for us, the main reason that this was appealing for us was that it was .cpa. Is simple, very, very simple. King.cpa, can't get much simpler than that. And so that was what was really appealing to us. We had heard about it a couple of years ago, so we had put off doing anything with our branding, with our domain, with our emails until we were hoping this would come out. And so when it came out last year, we were excited to be able to be one of the first implementers of this new domain. Since we've done it, there has been some additional value that we've received or felt that we received with it. Coming from the AICPA, if it wouldn't have come from there, we would have probably been a little bit more hesitant. But the fact that this was rolled out through a trusted organization helped us make that decision as well. And the fact that, .cpa, we work very hard in a world that everybody gets a trophy. We know how hard it was to get a CPA license. And so, the same thing is true with this. This tells the world that, we do have a standard. What we have here is something more than just purchased online. This is something that you have to obtain, you have to earn to be able to have .cpa. And so that's been a value added that we didn't think about it at the time, but that we've come to value since then.
Excellent. Thank you for that. I think coming from you, it means a lot that is the value that we were hoping firms would find in moving to .cpa domains. Can you take us through how was the transition to make that move? Once you purchased the domains, any lessons learned around activation and setup? How was that process?
Yeah, well, we have a saying at our office. It's probably true in a lot of offices. The only constant is change in this world. And so nobody likes change. We don't like change. Nobody else likes it. We get that. We understand it. But the biggest thing for us was we committed to it. We wanted to do it. We saw the value for us for efficiency. And so we committed to it. And we said, look, this is the date that we're going to do it. And so we as a firm, it got everybody excited or on board with it. And so that helped with that process. The actual details of that process, we're blessed to have a part-time IT person on staff that does a great job. And then we have an external IT company that we work with. So we sat down with them and said, look, this is what we're going to do. This is the date that we want it done. Walk us through this, work through it. And, with the help that CPA was able to give us, we were able to accomplish that. It did run a little bit longer than what we had originally anticipated, but that's probably normal, especially for this last year. Everything's taken longer than expected.
Exactly. And you make a good point. Change is an important element that as you're making this evolution within your firm's brand identity, change is something you'll have to go through. Every firm will have to go through. But CPA.com and .cpa have a lot of resources available on that. You can go to domains.cpa and find a lot of resources on that help firms make that transition. We've got videos, we've got checklists, we've got PDF documents and presentations that help you take a step-by-step approach to your transition. So I'm hoping firms will use that as well. Just any final thoughts on any advice that you could probably give firms who are on the fence thinking about this decision?
Yeah, like I said, for us, it was very simple. The reason we went to it was simplicity. That was the number one factor in pushing us to do this. I realized that for a lot of people, that's not going to be as big of a deal as it was for us. But since we've participated with it, we have come to value, the verification aspect of it, to be separated. If you're getting an email from a .cpa, it's much more secure. There's a maybe a status there, a branding in and of itself there. And then the security aspect of it, it's coming from an organization that, we already put our trust in the AICPA. And so adding this was a natural progression for us.
Well, appreciate your time today, Brian. Thank you for your kind words around .cpa, and thank you.
Yeah, thank you.